Haley, how are things going with getting ready for primary school? Stationery items, etc.? Have you purchased such kinds of items already?
I've already purchased the majority of what I need. How about you?
The small items are what I've purchased, but the larger items are still pending. I went to look around with Abigail. However, don't you think it will end up being very pricey when everything is totaled together?
That exceeded my expectations. I had no idea. Additionally, you have to buy everything for the second time in a year. Thus, isn't that a little excessive?
Precisely. My kids aren't old enough to utilize hand-me-downs as they are just 1 year apart. So, I intend to obtain whatever I can from my mom friends. It is definitely helpful during times like these to have an older child.
You bet. I'm envious since I don't have that.
However, isn't a tablet a bit excessive? I'm shocked that the school requires them. I'm not sure how to go about this.
I know, tablets are expensive. Neither can you expect to receive one as a hand-me-down. The schools stated that to implement the programs, they require a current model.
Indeed. And as of late, they are really pricey. And let's not even talk about the cases and accessories. It's good that there are so many colors, but the frenzy seems to go on forever.
It's accurate. Yes, it's limitless. These are issues that we never faced as children. Back then, all we had to do was gather a pencil box and a few notebooks. I must admit that I'm a little envious of the kids. Although some of these tablets are really adorable, I still find them to be extremely expensive.
You are aware that they are going to use a tablet throughout their entire elementary school year? So, it's not as though we can economize on it. Abigail really wants one, so if I can, I'd want to buy it. But that price...
That was very helpful that my parents chose to purchase Angel, the tablet.
Really?
Since she is their first granddaughter, they are excited to assist. Additionally, they intend to get a high-end model.
What? That is not fair. Actually, Charlotte's tablet was bought by my parents last year. Thus, they stated that they are unable to do so this year, and it isn't an option either because Alan's parents passed away when he was a child.
Since your parents support you greatly, continuing on this path will become too much even for them. All you have to do is express gratitude for their help.
I'm envious of you because of this. I can't get it from them. If my parents were as wealthy as yours are, it would be great.
Not that my parents are extremely rich or anything. It would be hard on me too if I had to buy things for 2 kids. Since Angel is their only grandchild, they indulged a little.
Would they purchase Abigail's tablet as well?
What do you mean?
Since you are my brother's wife, we are essentially sisters. That is also family, right? Therefore, isn't it a little unfair that they aren't purchasing it for my family as well? Simply ask them. Try asking your parents too.
You and my parents don't really talk to each other often, even though we are related. I apologize, but I don't think it will.
Come on, even for a few moments, stop being so frugal.
My parents don't have a lot of extra cash. I fear that no matter how much you ask for, it won't be granted.
Then you're doing fine too, right? You are able to purchase it.
Yes, but it isn't the main point of this.
That's enough. Considering that our girls are the same age, I truly didn't think you were this stingy. I felt that we would get along well. To be honest, I'm disappointed.
Sorry.
No need to apologize. Goodbye. Haley, sorry for the early morning message. Are you free at this moment?
Hey, good morning. Yes, I do have a little time at this moment. Sorry about the previous day.
That doesn't really concern me. In retrospect, I also made some really impolite statements. Let's both put it out of our minds.
I'm grateful. That is so relieving.
Did you hear that, though? Aside from the points, I take it you're spending today at your parents' house? You're going to go look at your parents' tablet, correct?
Yes, that is correct. But how did you find out?
I learned from Thomas that he thought it was a nice one, and that it actually causes him to feel a little awkward. I'm being honest here.
I received a photo of the tablet from my parents. After seeing it, my daughter declared that she wanted it. So, what is happening?
Well, about that, would it be okay if I went to your parents' place too? Will would be at work, leaving Abigail and me alone? In your opinion, what?
There isn't really a particular connection between you and my parents.
Nevertheless, Thomas is constantly supported by your parents. I want to keep giving them my thanks as your sister. Besides, Angel has a good tablet, right? Such a costly model is unaffordable for Abigail. Nonetheless, I believe it will help us begin our search. Don't you think so?
I suppose so. Then, could I first ask my mother? I'm not capable of making this decision on my own. Most likely, she will make the final decision. Do you find that acceptable?
Well, of course. I wouldn't cause issues or anything. That would really awkwardly proceed. Ask her, please.
Okay, let me message her. Appears like everything is fine for her.
Great.
We're considering leaving before the afternoon. So, you're good with that?
Well, of course. We'll prepare and make our way over. I really appreciate you asking for me.
No problem. I'll see you shortly then.
All right.
Hey, Emma. I just received a message from my parents. They told me that your daughter's name is scratched onto Angel's tablet. I had assumed that it would just be the kids pulling a practical joke, but it doesn't appear to be the case. Do you know anything about this?
You know, the tablet went over my expectations in every way. Abigail was intrigued by it as well, hence her sincere desire for it. So she really wanted it.
And you went ahead and wrote her name on it? I get into so much trouble by your action. What should I do now?
There is nothing for you to do. It's Abigail's tablet now that her name is on it. That's written on the back there, and you can't just rub it off. So we'll take the tablet.
However, they still haven't purchased the tablet. It's not Angel's tablet that's at my parents' place. I didn't tell you that I had already purchased it, did I?
What do you mean? Yet the tablet was at your parents' house. I mean, there's no way you hadn't purchased it already, right? Stop teasing me.
Of course, my parents were considering purchasing that one. However, the one in the house today was a store trial model.
Trial? What do you mean?
You can borrow one to give it a try before you buy one. These days, that kind of service is provided by several locations. Thus, the tablet on which you wrote our name is not even ours.
Are you serious? So you have to give the tablet back to the store? What should I do? I really scratched the name in.
It will probably need to be purchased, don't you think? You cannot simply remove the name, as you mentioned. Please make sure you have paid for it.
You did mention that the tablet was very pricey, right? What amount?
I'm not certain of the precise price. However, I believe it was roughly $1,000, give or take a few dollars. Is that feasible?
$1,000 for that? That's absurd. Why didn't you purchase it right away? Who on earth tries a tablet? The majority would just purchase it.
No, because would you have purchased it from me, even if I had previously purchased it? It's definitely not acceptable to place your name on other people's property without their consent. Regardless your perspective, this is utterly unacceptable.
I have no idea of that. This occurred as a result of how simple the error was to make. I'll take it off your hands because the name is already on it, but you have to pay for it.
That is ridiculous. Why do I need to pay?
I had no intention of purchasing such an expensive tablet in the first place. You guys didn't explain to me what was happening or why it needed to be purchased immediately away. Is that correct? Therefore, it's proper that you accept responsibility and pay for it.
I don't think that's proper. You are the one who carved your daughter's name on the tablet and are the only one who has been misinformed the entire time. Please accept responsibility for it.
I don't have to be the one making the payment for the tablet. In case you claim that you are incapable, what about your parents? It's okay. They were going to buy it anyhow.
No, that's not acceptable.
In the end, I can't pay what I can't. Then pay the damn tablet and put an end to your selfishness.
That's enough. This is here to remain. You've given me no other option. I will speak with Thomas. I'm going to speak with Will as well. They'll take care of it. But you seem to not care about it, do you?
About what do you speak? This has nothing to do with Will or Thomas.
You have deceived both my parents and me. We are family, as you previously stated, correct? Therefore, this is a family issue, which implies that our husbands are undoubtedly involved.
You're acting so immorally. Do you like turning me into a villain? You are the worst, really.
Feel free to speak out at a family gathering if you have anything to say. That way, you may hear each person's counter-arguments and raise a fuss about it whenever you want.
Haley, all of this is your fault. What I'm going to do...
Has the family meeting come to an end? Are there any other comments you would like to make?
What sort of question is that? It was your suggestion to have a family meeting that led to this.
Due to my actions? It sounds overblown to me. I seriously doubt you will accept responsibility for this. What's the big deal about it that you're making such a fuss?
What? $1,000. $1,000, that's why. Even though I must pay that much, I can't complain about it.
$1,000. But Will pay it now. Am I correct? And each month, you're going to gradually repay him. That, in my opinion, is a very beneficial result.
How? My monthly spending budget vanished out of thin air.
Is it not only for 5 months? Deal with it.
Not only that, though. Will is now declaring that I can no longer visit your house or go outside. What should I do now that I've already made plans with my friends?
Will truly apologize to my parents and myself. Thus, the matter is resolved at our end. What comes next? Do you still feel no regrets about what you said today?
These are not the same issues as that one. This is an issue where my human rights are being restricted. And stop whining as you are to blame for everything.
I doubt you would be saying these things to me if you truly felt regret. Is it unclear to you that your spouse was embarrassed in front of my parents? I notice that you're still not learning in spite of everything. I must say, it's sad.
Despite being my younger sister, I find it unbelievable that you treat me like you're higher. Please be a little more respectful. Do not reverse this.
Is that all you wish to express? Then Thomas and I are going to see yours. Right now.
Why? What the heck?
He has been monitoring in on this entire discussion. It seems that he would like to talk to you once more. He's really angry, so get ready, all right?
This is unbelievable. You showed this conversation to him. Why are you attempting to harm me in this way?
Not precisely just him. We created a group chat without you following the family meeting, so that whenever you say something out of the blue again, I can discuss it with one another. I have therefore copied the entire conversation to the group chat.
You must be joking, right? You are too kind. You wouldn't act in such a way, right?
I wouldn't make up stuff like this. Both your spouse and my in-laws are able to view the entirety of the conversation. It appears Will is now finished with his job. It appears that we will be gathering at your place for yet another family gathering. It's too difficult for me to manage on my own, so...
Haley, I'm sorry. This whole thing was a joke. I got a little carried away with my thinking that it would be humorous.
Do you really believe saying that will get you out of this situation? That isn't even possible.
Hey, now stop being upset. I have been making jokes. I apologize profusely for today. I persisted in playing this practical joke on you. I must now go prepare dinner.
Attempting to get away from this is useless. Please be patient. We'll be done soon. Let's have one more family meeting.
Yesterday's family gathering was sufficiently in-depth. We already discussed everything, don't we? Quit playing.
The topic of the upcoming meeting is what to do with you. Don't you think it would be better the next time if you were more cautious with what you said? I doubt that you will ever be able to recover from this. If you don't, make sure you perform an excellent job if you're going to attempt to disguise your claws. The entire family gathered for a family meeting. Alan found it difficult to support his wife in this disagreement because of the lack of regret that she displayed in her messages. They eventually parted ways for a period. Not only was she forbidden from going inside the house during their separation, but she was also forbidden from coming near us. They made an effort to resolve the issue, but it appears that problems existed at home even before this. Even now, they are still apart. They agreed that until Emma could show that she changed her perspective, they would stay apart. However, given that she started harassing me right away, their divorce is most likely on the horizon. Thomas and her entire family once again expressed their regret to my parents and me for everything. As a result, there are no longer any negative emotions, and we are free to live our lives as we always have. Angel received a brand new tablet from my in-laws, as that's what started this whole situation. Currently attending elementary school, my daughter is carrying the tablet that serves as evidence of the reconciliation between her family and their in-laws. The fact that our daughters can still get along with one another in school is what relieves me the most.